Are you ready, Piedmont Triad? He's tanned, he's rested, and he's ready. He's been your conservative champion in local government. Get ready. The Steve Arnold Show is live from the heart of the Triad right now.
Good morning, my friends. This is Steve Arnold, your irrepressible host this Saturday morning on Rush Radio. As always, I will be your champion for truth, justice, and the pro-American conservative way. We'll do it with mirth and good cheer, and I appreciate you being here to talk about what is vital. These moments are very important to me, and I seek each week to really bring what is vital because there's so much noise out there, there's so much confusion, and wow, what a week we've had. We also have a new sponsor here on this radio program, which I'm proud of, the Civitas Institute, but we'll talk about them in a moment. Right now, just a quick review of this past week. I have friends, in fact, that have even turned off the news. They don't watch the television, they don't read newspapers, they plugged out because they say everything is bad. There's no good news. And here, I'm here with a pledge to bring you what is vital, what is going on here today, what's important in your life, and to do it with mirth and good cheer. And yet here we've gone through a week like this with tornadoes at home, with fire in Texas, with, I suppose the wedding in England might qualify as good news to some. I'm not sure how many folks are critically interested in that issue here. One thing that has gone unreported, rather much unreported, and that has been, this is the 400th anniversary of the King James Version of the Bible. That is an important date in history because the King James Version of the Bible has had such tremendous impact. But has America been watching and talking about that? No. While we have watched the world devolve into chaos, and while we've seen the devaluation and the abandonment of our dollar worldwide, and while we have skyrocketing fuel and food prices, while we have a continued recession hitting us hard, it's almost like there's a war on the middle class. While all this is going on, the discussion is a birth certificate. And we learned this week that indeed Obama was born in America. Now, I know it's going to come as a shock and surprise to some that he actually had a human father. There are some that thought that perhaps there was an immaculate conception going on here. But I know some of you, I know, there's concerns about this document already. I know the Constitution says that you have to be a natural-born citizen. That's the language, and just being born in this country doesn't necessarily mean you're a natural-born citizen. I understand all of that. Ultimately, this is where I am on this particular vital issue. Obama had nothing to do with anything on the birth certificate. He can't be blamed for it. He can't be accused of anything on it because he didn't choose who his mother is, who his father is, what the date is, where the hospital is, who the doctor was. None of that did Obama have any control over. What Obama does have control over is spending, tax rates, fuel prices. Those fuel prices that are skyrocketing has his name all over it. Fuel doesn't need to be $4 a gallon. That's absolutely outrageous. But it is his fault, and what is important is that the Republicans, and no, it's not going to be a third party. It will be the Republican nominee who has a chance to take this man out of office in 2012. And it's incumbent on all of us to make sure that we do our part in making sure that happens. And I'll go ahead and predict now, no, it won't be Donald. I'm proud of myself, Trump. Now, I'm glad that Trump is out there. He has added a dimension to the debate that was lacking. He has gone after Obama and made it okay among some independents, let's say, to go after Obama like he should have been. I'm glad that that's happening. But no, he's not a conservative. He's not the one who can speak to tax rates, spending, fuel prices. No, it won't be Donald. I'm proud of myself, Trump. But I want to move on now to North Carolina state government. And when you talk about North Carolina state government, it's important to know facts. And it's hard to because our local newspapers don't really cover state government to the extent that they could or maybe even should. State government is in Raleigh. It seems to be a long way away. And what legislators do is often kind of under the radar, and we don't watch. I want to introduce you to a new sponsor of mine, the Civitas Institute of North Carolina. Civitas just means community. It means a kind of a civic social group or state, people working together for common good. This is the Civitas Institute. And of course, we're talking about North Carolina. This is a think tank who is action-oriented. And they are, and I'm proud to say, a new sponsor of this radio program. And I want to introduce you to them by inviting you to go to their website. They have a tremendous a whole lot better website than Guilford County's website, for instance. We've talked about Guilford County's website in the past. It's the worst website on the World Wide Web, so I'm not sure I want to compare too much to Guilford County's website. County commissioners, get it fixed. It needs to happen. It should be done. It can be done. Go to northcarolinacivitas.org, and it's actually nccivitas.org. That's the website. Go to that website and see what a website should look like. And on that website, you will find vital information about state government. They keep on top of the legislature. They keep on top of what the governor is doing. They also are deeply involved in polls. Polling is one of their specialties. And they have done polls almost on a monthly basis for the longest time. Polls on issues critical to citizens in North Carolina. They have on their website stories on parental rights. They have stories on Smart Start and the budget. They have many different programs. One of the programs that they have is, for instance, called a Free Market Academy. If you go to the website, as I am doing right now in these plush studios of 94.5, you will go to the website and click on the Free Market Economy. And under that, you will see where they have different locations where they are going to be. And one of those locations is coming up. It's going to be Mooresville, which is not too far away, down in the bottom of Iredell County, and I think within the listening area of 94.5. They also are going to have one in Boone, which is probably about the same distance from many of us here that Mooresville might be. These academies teach about the free market, which is something that if you want to learn about the free market, don't go to a public university, don't go to most governmental institutions. No, but you can go here to the Civitas Institute, nccivitas.org, and you can sign up for one of these academies. I think that the actual cost to sign up is only $5. They have up-to-date polls, and they also do surveys. For instance, right now on their website is an online survey having to do with who you would vote for were the election today for president. And the winner thus far is none of the above. None of the above. Of course, they do not seem to have Huckabee. They don't seem to have Trump. They don't seem to have Palin on the website yet. I imagine at some point they'll put those on. But they are not announced candidates, so I presume that's the reason they're left off. They do have Herman Cain, who's a good candidate. They've got Gary Johnson and Newt Gingrich and Ron Paul. So go to this website and look it up. There's some great stories. When we come back, I want to focus on what could be called one part of their website, which is the bad bill of the week. And I'm going to go into that and read all of it. They have a particular section on this website which deals with bad bills, and every week they have a new bad bill. In spite of the fact that the Republicans have taken control of the General Assembly, there are still lots of bad bills introduced. I remember when I was a member of the General Assembly, people always talked about good little bills, and they would come up and they'd said, "Steve, I need your help. I've got a good little bill over there down for Yancey County, and I really need your help on it. It's just a good little bill. And so there's a good little bill here, SB 638. And when we come back, I'm going to read some of what Civitas has said about it. Very interesting and right on the spot, and shows you how vital this institution is. Be back in just one moment.